Go, go! Five. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ryan here, bringing us off commentary. This is going to be the ace match. That is the 7th set in the Winners League Pro A-Off 2010 semifinals between MBCGame HERO and the Woongjin Stars. We're going to have C Shield for MBCGame HERO playing at the 8 o'clock position as the blue Terran player. And for the Woongjin Stars playing as their ace today, it's going to be Mensol 0 playing at the 12 o'clock position as the brown, I believe that was brown Zerg player. Or no, never mind, it's orange Zerg player. So pardon, do pardon, so sorry, don't kill me, la 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 la. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I just want to, level up, kind of a Mario reference there. But Mario, I am a Mario. Okay, gotta stop doing that. And for those of you that don't like my own unique sense of humor, kill yourself. I'm kidding. No, please don't commit suicide on my watch. It's such a pain to clean up afterwards. Anyway, finals for the win. Oh my god, I am so excited. I just want to dance and do a little dance, make a little love, and all that stuff. Dance a little jig, sing a little tune. Overall, pretty damn happy. I am sorry this is coming in so late, like several days after this was played, but you know, sometimes real life interrupts, work, school, stuff like that. But now I'm on Easter holidays, which last less than a week. Joy, and I have work some of those days, but next 3 days I have off. After this I have MSL. Just all of a sudden out of nowhere the MSL has creeped up on me without me even noticing. Oh my god. So that's going to be awesome. But for now, let's focus on this. This is going to be a new Moon Glaive. Terran love machine this map is. As soon as a Terran just starts to come in close to a Zerg, gets on the high ground, gets their tanks going, that's it. You do not want to allow Terrans to come in close to your natural expansion and start shelling it. As soon as they got tanks in there, you're in a lot of trouble. Really hard to push out once a Terran pushes in on you. Of course, it can go the other way if you do it well. You can go for a lurker contain, and if you hold it well, if you do it well, you can commit to that and win that way. We saw Zero go for a 12-hatch build, so he's going to try to get some economy going, and just being going to be a question of whether he decides to go for Muta or what. Send out a drone scout to get the spot order because he sent his Overwatcher long position. The opposite side, we see the barracks now coming up. Barracks coming up for C. We're going to see what he goes for. He's a player that really likes his M&M. He's a player that's old school M&M player. Nice nice block of a drone off the ramp. That's probably not going to last too long. Drone, yeah. Okay, let's see. Zero at the very least going to try to keep that SCV away from his base as long as possible. Not getting his extractor yet. Not quite. Okay, managing to at the very least micro damn well against that SCV scout, but SCV's still going to be able to get in there. Going to spot the lack of a gas. There's going to gas coming in right now alongside the production hatch just as the spawning pool comes up. Zerglings are going to be, few of them going to be produced. We're going to see what produce the maximum amount. On the opposite side, C is indeed going to go for a 1 rack into Expo. Most likely we're going to see him going for some aggressive afterwards. He's the kind of player that, you know, generally goes for safe M&M builds, but I've seen him go for 2 racks builds, try to go for aggressive. He just, as long as he has an MMs going, he can play a fairly good game of StarCraft as long as he doesn't make some mistakes. Gonna get his refinery going right now to get his academy going. Let's see, 4 Marines right now at the front to protect it. But we're not probably going to be seeing any aggressive action right away from Zero yet. Probably going to go for 2 base mutas. That's from what I can tell. It's a little bit hard really to use mutas on this map. You got to kind of get them behind the mineral lines and hope that the Marines don't have a very good position to run in and start shelling you. But otherwise, there's a lot of position that you can really easily close up with turrets. And that way the mules have a lot of trouble. They could come in from the south, from the natural expansion. We see at the 8 o'clock, they could come in at the natural expansion from the south or inside the main from the north. But if you block that off, you put enough turrets down there, it's going to be fairly easy to hold off and blockade. 1 bunker at the natural expansion to the south would really hold that off. Although you generally want to put the bunker a little bit closer to the front so you could also block the entranceway and shoot at any Zerg that try to run by. I see second extractor going to come down, so most likely is going to be a Muta build. I didn't quite see the spark coming up yet, probably. Not quite sure if the lair is finished yet or not. Somebody's actually going to go out there and push out already before even before we even see anything else. Civiska being put to death there, but the Zerglings were almost on the way. But for now, just Zerglings being produced. We did see several Marines move out there. Actually going to move back right now. I'm not quite sure. You can't really put on pressure right now until he has some medics out there. Second barracks coming up right now alongside that academy, so he's going to get those 2 medics up. Also has his weapons one upgrade. Actually put down his engineering bay. I totally missed that until now. He actually rather didn't comment on it. Put down his engineering bay before he put down his academy. And this is a very good move because it's gonna get him that weapons one quite a bit earlier. It's gonna get him those turrets up quite a bit earlier, just in case. It's gonna delay his medics and is gonna delay his stim, and that's gonna force him to play a bit defensively, but a bit longer. Zerglings coming in, picking off the comset station before it even comes up. Very nice heads-up play by Zero there, coming in. I don't think they actually picked it up, probably just forced to cancel, but already a nice heads-up play, forcing to cancel on the comset station. No bunker at the front for C. If he had a bunker at the front, he probably would have been able to prevent that. 2 more barracks are being added in just as the second one is finished. And I think there was an additional building there at the north side inside of Zero's base. I assume that was a spire. Let's see here. C, yeah, also adding in his initial factory and just not getting stim going. So first 2 medics are now out, but he's not going to run out, put any pressure. There's going to be a spire out just right now ready. Mutas are going to be ready for him fairly soon, but this really, really good build against Mutas he's going for. His Stim will be ready in time to use against the Mutas, but he's going to have his turrets up sooner, and he might have weapons 1 as the Mutas come at him. If you go for Academy first, there's no way that's happening. But it is going to allow you to be a little bit more aggressive earlier on, force the Zerg to put down a couple of extra Sunkens at the front. But okay, only 1 creep colony here for Zero. That's kind of a preventative one, just in case anything happens. Also, actually going to put down a drone towards the low right-hand position at the 4 o'clock, going to expand there. But yeah, this earlier engineer bay means that he's probably going to have weapons 1 just as the Mutas start hitting his base, adding in turrets right now. But having that weapons 1 against those early Mutas is so critical, so incredibly critical. It's not even funny. It just allows you to rip them to pieces that much faster. With Stim and weapons 1 against those Mutas, allows you to rip them to pieces very fast. Really lets you force them out of your base. He does have some turrets in nice position. 1 turret in front of the barracks. Have some Marines there as well on top of the high ground, and Marines and medics outside of natural expansion just to push the Mutas back. Zero does have some Zerglings on the ground to help and assist those Mutalists in the air. I'm going to overall 2 good position. Now, of course, this is the problem with the delay, that he has his stim up, but he has no range. His weapons 1 will be hitting in probably just as the range hits, I believe, but it's still a not beautiful position. Zero actually doing a double expand. Didn't notice that until now. Expanding at the upper right-hand position. I think it's the upper right-hand position. 1 o'clock. Noodle's going to come in, pick off the turret, back off. And I think Zero has spotted this now. I think Zero knows that at the moment, I think C's range is hit right there. Milo is kind of trapped in on both sides there in the air a little bit. But I think C's range hit right now. Weapons 1, I think, should be hitting just hit right now as well. Zerg is coming in on the ground, picking off some of those Marines, picking off one of the medics as well. Right now, what's critical for Zero is to make sure these Mutalists keep those medic Marines alive. He's actually going to manage to get himself inside. He's going to force those medic Marines to stay inside the base. Meanwhile, he's going to get his own bases out. C does have some small force medic Marines out in the air, and Zero has to be very careful not to lose one of these bases. He's still getting some of his Mutas shelled, but medic Marines are going to run out towards the natural expansion. So I don't actually think, I'm not sure if C actually knows of the double expand that came in from C, but C ready with range and stim and weapons 1 very early on. He's going to be able to tackle these Mutalists very well as long as he micros his force as well. But Zero is still pumping Mutalists very heavily, and his Mutalist micro, of course, very good. Getting his bases up at the upper right hand and at the 4 o'clock. So at the 1 at the 4, he's gonna, if he gets those mining, he's gonna have an insane economy. He'll be able to not just catch up, but what's the word? Over something. Have a stronger economy than Zero. Sometimes my vocabulary just kind of runs out the window. That's the weakness of not being a native speaker. Let's see, Medic Marines, fairly large number. I think there's 2 control groups of Medic Marines running around and running amok. And some Mutalists trying to run in, try to do some damage to them. Still don't have any carapace upgrades or anything, so they do quite a bit of damage. And Zero really needs to think about putting Sunkens out his front, because he's holding back pretty well. Those Mutalists still doing getting some of these units damaged. Has some dragons on the ground as well. Getting his economy up at the 4 and the 1, and he knows right now he needs to just hold it. And he has a bunch of drones that are just sitting around idly, just because he's being forced to micro his Mutalisks a lot. He has even more Mutalisks that are at the side just to reinforce his Mutalisks on the ground. In the air, I'm sorry, has those Zerglings on the front at the ground as well, just to try to be irritating. He's just holding C in the middle right now. Going to try to go for it again. Zerglings on the ground. Going to see if we actually manage to get all these off. I think he will manage to pick all these off. Marines are doing quite a bit of damage. Even more coming in right now for C, but Zero at the very least picking some of those numbers off. C has a tank at this point as well. He's going to try to go and bust that Sunken at the front. Wolfsman Marines drones finally being allowed to go to the base. I think those are going to be picked off just as they running in towards one of Zero's new bases. Has a Hydrolis Den out as well as Evo Chamber. So